We often look around and we see no hope for ourselves after the age of 30. And if you grew up during that Biggie Smalls era, we all know the infamous Biggie line.
Baby mama screaming, your daughter 12 months. Can't live life slinging rocks and smoking blunts. Hanging with the don't pay the bills, and being broke at 30 gave a chills.
But what if I told you there was a way that you can retire in your 30s? You could become financially independent and financially free. And I will show you exactly how I was able to do that in my 30s and build a 7-figure net worth. What if I gave you a 2024 brand new G-Wagon with no miles? I'll give you the car for free, but it does not have an engine or a transmission. You will probably say, how can I get this car to me? What can I do with this car? What can this car do for me? And you are absolutely right. A car without an engine or transmission is basically useless. So if you're over 30, the first thing I want you to do is fix your mindset. This here is your engine. Your ambition is your transmission. If you believe that your life is over after 30, then you are right. It is over. If you believe that you can achieve financial independence, you can go out there and do that for you and your family as well. The things we put in our mind will control our actions. For example, on Instagram, I don't follow a bunch of half-naked IG models, because putting that into my mind, what would I be thinking about? I'm going to be thinking about half-naked girls. I don't focus on that. So instead, I like to put positive people on my timeline. If they're putting out positive content that I want in my life, I will give them a follow. Another way to fix your mindset, you have to read books, positive books, business books, books on successful entrepreneurs, self-help books. The journey is not only rough for you, but it was rough for every other successful person. And you have to believe that you can jump these hurdles and get to success like millions of other people prior to you. After you fix your mindset, where do you want to go? Remember that G-Wagon I said I was going to give you for free? Let's put the engine in it. You will tell me it's still a useless car. You want to have direction in your life. Just waking up aimlessly is just going to cause frustration. You have to start writing down your goals of where you want to go. Goals without a plan is just a wish. I started writing down my goals at 26, and that was a life changer. Now you're getting progress in your life that you can actually see. Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to grow your career? Do you want to take your family on a vacation? You must have direction in life. And I'm talking to the men right now, ladies. Men, as the leader of your family, if you have no direction, chances are the people around you will probably have no direction as well. That is a check from one of my students in the Duru Squad. And that check came from wholesaling houses. This is the niche in real estate that not only transformed my life, it also transformed my business, plus more, every month. And that really put me in a great situation to attend to my mental health needs, to my financial needs, and to take care of myself physically. Because guys, wealth without health, is basically useless. What is wholesaling? Wholesaling is you getting a house under contract. Let's say the house is worth $100,000. You get the house under contract for $40,000. You then call up what's called a cash buyer.
Hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, I have this property at 123 Main Street. I'm selling it for $50,000.
He says,
I want to come look at the house.
He looks at the house. He says, I'll give you $50,000 for this particular property. You will then assign him that contract. And once you assign him that contract for $50,000, you have it under contract for $40,000. You will then give that paperwork to an attorney or title company. In North Carolina, we use attorneys to close deals. In your state, it may be a title company. They will then do the title search. On closing day, the buyer will wire in $50,000 plus closing. The seller gets their 40, you get a check for $10,000, and the buyer gets the house. Everybody's happy. If you're in a situation, whether you broke, whether you don't like your current life, and you're looking for financial independence or financial freedom, I strongly recommend looking into wholesaling real estate. This will transform your life. Some of you have your career, you're just not mentally satisfied. You're not happy within yourself, but you do have a good paying career. Well, there's a way to exit your job. I'm not saying it's gonna happen overnight, but what you can start doing is buying rental property. All you're doing is buying a property, handing it over to property management. I know what you're thinking, but I don't have money for that. Listen, you are going to use other people's money. Remember in the beginning of the video, I said we have to fix mindset. So instead of saying we can't do that, we're gonna say, how can we do that? You will buy the property, then you will stack and buy another one, stack and buy another one and another one. Even if you commit to buying one a year, after about 6 to 8 properties, if you buy the correct way with a strategy, you'll probably have a 7-figure net worth. That might be 6 or 7 years, of course, but what if I told you in 6 to 7 years, if you don't do anything, nothing changes. If you set yourself up for a plan, you're in a different financial space, and now you have the extra money to maybe travel and do the things you want to do. I know I'm putting a lot on you, and this may seem far-fetched for a lot of you, but let me tell you about my personal story. I got fired from my job at 29. It took me about 6 years to not only have a 7-figure real estate investing business, but to have a 7-figure net worth as well. So in that time, what did I do? I focused on one thing, wholesale. And from wholesaling and to putting money in my personal and business accounts, I then started doing a little fix and flipping. And from that money, I started buying rental properties. And by the time I was 35, I had a 7-figure net worth. This was all done from 29 to 35. Did I retire at 35? Not really. I kept going because I really enjoy what I do. Could I have retired? Yeah. But living off of 120,000 a year, 130,000 a year, that's just not the life for me. I'm telling you, this is how I did it. And you can do it too. It just depends on how much time, work, and effort you put into this. If you want to hear more about wholesaling, click this video next to me. I'm gonna show you step by step exactly what wholesaling consists of. All you have to do is watch the video. To everybody else, man, if you feel like your life is over after 30, comment below. Let me know why you think that. I'm Nasser, AKA the Real Estate Guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a duru because I actually do this business. Peace.